We'll begin this with the traveling schedule of President Bolla Tinubu, who will be participating in the fifth mid-year coordination meeting of the African Union in Nairobi, Kenya on Saturday. As the chairperson of ECOWAS, the Nigerian leader will join heads of state and government, foreign ministers of the AU member states, and high-level dignitaries at the mid-year meeting. The president will present a report on the status of regional integration in ECOWAS, highlighting actions carried out during the period under review by ECOWAS institutions, member states, the private sector, and other stakeholders to deepen integration through trade, free movement of persons, investment promotion, infrastructure development, peace, security, and stability. The fifth MYCM, which is convening under the AU's theme for 2023, is christened Acceleration of African Continental Free Trade Area Implementation. President Tinubu, who will be accompanied by senior government officials, is expected to return to the country at the... Let's turn to other stories. The Nigerian Air Force says one of its Nigerian Air Force FT-7NI trainer aircraft crashed today, 14th July, at about 4:15 p.m. in Makurdi, Benue State, while on a routine training exercise. Luckily, the two pilots on board survived the crash after successfully ejecting from the aircraft. The Nigerian Air Force spokesperson, Air Commodore Edward Gapquet, in a press statement, noted that there was no loss of lives or damage to any property around the area of impact. Both pilots are currently under observation at Nigerian Air Force Base Hospital, Makurdi. Meanwhile, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has constituted a board of inquiry to determine the immediate and remote causes of the crash. The Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved judgment in the petition of the Allied People's Movement seeking disqualification of President Bolla Tinubu from the February the 25th presidential election on ground of unlawful nomination. The court adjourned its verdict indefinitely after parties in the matter adopted their final addresses seeking various requests. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
The Allied People's Movement is praying the court to nullify the election of President Tinubu on grounds that his vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima unlawfully allowed himself to be nominated twice for the two different constituencies. The vice president has been nominated by the All Progressives Congress (APC) as a candidate for Borno Central Senatorial District and was later nominated by the same party as vice presidential candidate following the withdrawal of one Kebiru Masari, who was the initial vice presidential candidate. The grounds of the APM's petition was that the vice president and the APC breached the Electoral Act by engaging in alleged double nomination. At today's proceedings, where final addresses were adopted, APM through its counsel asked the court to evoke relevant laws to nullify the nomination of Tinubu and Shettima on the ground of unlawful, illegal, and unjustifiable nomination. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which is the first respondent in the petition, prayed the court to dismiss the petition for lacking in merit. APC, represented by Lateef Fagbemi, asked the court to dismiss the petition on all grounds for being frivolous, irritating, and unwarranted. In the same vein, the president and the vice president, represented by Bolla argued that the APM's petition ought not to have been filed in the first instance and demanded its outright dismissal. Mr. Alanipekun told the court that the petition ought to have been withdrawn honorably. Immediately, the Supreme Court made pronouncement on no party has the right to dabble into how another party nominates its candidate for elective offices. Shortly after the proceedings, the presiding justice of the court, Justice Haruna Samani, adjourned judgment indefinitely. Justice Samani told counsels in the court that they will be communicated once judgment is ready. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
A coalition of civil society groups is calling on the media to give more attention and robust coverage to the ongoing National Assembly election petition tribunals spread across the country. The groups lament that the activities of the various parliamentary election tribunals are underreported and fears this could be injurious to the nation's democratic growth. TVC News' Joke Adisa reports.
The aftermath of the 2023 general election did not go down well with some contestants and their political parties Records show that 10 of the 18 political parties filed no less than 431 petitions at the various election tribunals in 27 states to overturn the victories of those declared winner by the nation's electoral umpire, INEC. Data show that the victory of more than 50% of the 469 seats of the National Assembly are being challenged at various tribunals. But while attention is given to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja, little or nothing is heard from the states regarding the legal firework on the parliamentary elections. With love and strength and faith. This coalition of civil society groups describes the low reportage of the National Assembly Election Petition Tribunals as unhealthy for the development of democracy.
It appears there is unintended or intended suppression or low interest of media organizations in reporting the proceedings of the National Assembly election petition.
The group cites the petition on the Kano State Central Senatorial District involving former Governor Ibrahim Shekarau as a case in point that will serve as a litmus test for the judiciary and the new Electoral Act.
It's important that we have the media cover every aspect of the tribunal, be it the executive, the legislature, whether at the federal or at the state level. And also we ask that the judiciary stands up to do the right thing.
The runnings of the petitions, tribunals of that particular arm of government is now being suppressed because we can see suppression, whether it's by error or by commission or by omission.
With the current election petition going on, there's a new precedent that the judiciary is about to set with that case, and which is why it's important for the media to really beam searchlight on that judgment.
The African Parliamentary Advocates and Reform Group, in collaboration with the Coalition of Parliamentary Advocates and Democracy Consolidation in Nigeria, believes that as the fourth estate of the realm, the media owe the citizens and the nation a duty of care to lay issues surrounding all election petition tribunals bare and put the judiciary on its toes. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Abuja.